Cool, man. Yep. So, like I was saying, striving for excellence is the subject matter. Um, Rising above the line, setting your own tone, setting your own standards, um, never settling for the bare minimum. Where average stops and excellence begins. I think we all understand we're capable of creating that. It's not really anyone else's goalpost. It's ours that we create for ourselves. And um, I know in this barber industry, man, as we just, I say in life in general, you just got to continue to push the line. You know what I'm saying? What is excellence? What is um, greatness? Or just more so, what is your standard, right? Um, and as long as you continue to push that forward and not just get settled, I'd say, um, that's where the growth comes. That's where the respect comes. That's where the trust comes, from clients and things of that nature. So, um, yeah, man, just where can I improve? Where can I improve? And what is it going to take for me to do that? Um, yeah, man, I feel like that's what this is all about, and that's where longevity comes in. That's where longevity has come in for me. Um, I took on the motto like me versus me a long time ago. I'm not competing against anyone else. I'm just constantly competing against my own accomplishments or my own downfalls, even, right? Um, Trying to stay as far as away from the downfalls and have many more accomplishments, as I continue to go forward. So, how about y'all though, man? I know that you're continuing to do that. This is a big step in that direction.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
yeah, you should be. Should be, man. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. There was how about, well, before I'm gonna ask I want to hear from all of y'all, but there was a word that came up when I was listening to this book. And it was talking about being enthusiastic, and having enthusiasm and how far that can take you, you know what I'm saying? Like just in general. And I asked my daughter a little bit about it. I was like, man, I just want you to be enthusiastic. I hear that. And then I pour into her with the stuff that I was listening to. And I was like, I want you to be more, just be enthusiastic about life, and where you're headed in your future and stuff. And she was like, okay, cool. All right. I said, but what does enthusiastic even mean? We hear it, but like, what does it even, what do y'all know it to mean? Enthusiastic.
To be enthusiastic,
Mm-hmm.
just to be enthusiastic means just to be like a go-getter. Like you're excited.
Mm-hmm.
There is no fear. You're just can't wait to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like your religion. You go to sleep, you thinking about it. You wake up. You
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I agree. How about you, Stu? The same.
Yeah, just looking forward to the future and not without moving on with enthusiasm or instead of fear. Right?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, enthusiasm can have a little bit of fear mixed into it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
like what's the word I'm looking for? You can have fear without with fear without the dread.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No,
I know. I understand. So it's kind of like so fear can keep you from it, or fear can push you towards it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't like not using it as a wall, but using it or maybe not using it as a wall in front of you, but using it as a wall behind you. You know what I'm saying? I can't go backwards. I got to go forwards. You know what I mean? But yeah, 100%. But how about you? What do you know to?
Well, pretty much what they said is
Mhm.
just really not worrying about what happened or what if this happened or this and that, but instead you'll do it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, you gonna go after it regardless with excitement, right? That do it scared. That's what would come to mind when you were saying, like the fear part. Like, yeah, do. And a lot of the things that anything that you do, like that's a challenge. Most times, I think back to being younger though. There's always that little feeling inside. You know what I'm saying? That little fear, you kind of got that fear that you kind of scared, but this is what I'm here to do. I'm gonna do it. And then once you do it, All right, now I shook that. Now I shook that off, and I can keep going. You know,
I've always been my own worst enemy when it comes to stuff like that, though. You know what I mean?
I think we all have, but yeah,
I'm more afraid of me talking myself out of it than what's actually gonna happen.
right. We make up this whole visual in our head. You know what I'm saying, of what could happen, and that's we making that up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably never going to happen, but we're making it up, and a lot of people keep that from, or that keeps a lot of people from moving forward with anything in life. You know, but yeah. So I originally was asking y'all something else though. What was I originally asking before I got to the enthusiasm thing? You remember? You started. You said something about it.
I say something more about the enthusiasm.
Okay, go ahead.
Like everybody I talk to, I mean, almost everybody I know, they're talking about their company downsizing because of what's going on in the world right now.
The world's changing. It's changing, bro.
I keep thinking to myself, man, I was like, man, I'm so grateful because I'm in a very unique position right now. Where I'm not relying on somebody else to make a living. You know what I mean? Like the company, like what kind of contracts they have, or what kind of clientele they have, or people are always gonna need haircuts. So it's like they're always gonna need healthcare, right? I kind of feel like barbering kind of falls in this. This is kind of a sad way to say this, but it falls in the category. It's like liquor stores and bars are never going to go out of business, and medical's never going to go out, barbering's never going to go out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I just kind of feel like we're in that category now. You know what I mean? So for me, I just feel grateful that that I'm going to have something to do, and I don't have to rely on somebody else. Like I'm in control of my own future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's something too that gets you excited. That should get you excited, honestly. And even more so once you actually step foot into the shop and get the cutting, that's when it really like I'm doing this. I'm here. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can remember that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That excitement brought along even more enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? And I think the other term that came with that was energetic, like having like a energetic feeling towards whatever it is that you're doing, versus like a somber type situation. But the original question, what I was asking y'all about though, was that setting that standard, or pushing that line forward for yourself. And then you said you were excited, right? But like bro, because I know what it takes to do this, I always use it as an example. Hopefully you don't trip off of me always using it as an example. But what you've already done, bro, and continue to do every day, I think is I like a big deal, bro. I just say that. And as you continue going forward, like what are some other things that you may strive to do or push yourself forward with? Because I already know that's a huge one, but anything else?
What are you talking about, the booze and smokes?
Yeah.
I could probably stop being such a fat ass.
Work out a little bit?
Yeah, I do walk a lot.
Yeah. So you just
I could care about what goes in my body, just because because I thought, I tell people all the time, like, I thought that, look at all this sugar and carbs I'm giving up by not drinking, 45 beers a day or whatever. That's not really the way it works, man. You know what I mean?
It's a big step, though, bro. It's a huge step, though.
I mean, if I'm going to replace tobacco and alcohol with sugar, or other sugar and other fat and other,
I think it's a step in the process, though.
It's a step in the right direction.
And I think it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process, and then you'll get fed up with that, right? And like at some point, you'll get fed up with that, and you say, okay, now this has to stop.
Because I'm like the fattest I've ever been, kind of thing.
Yeah, you get fed up with it.
And it kind of.
And for you to just bring it up right now, you're on your way to that.
Stop being cute after a while.
Having a little dad bod, as they call it, right?
But the biggest thing is that, how I put the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Which is even better for you. Like, yeah, you
Replace the vice with something else.
You might have put on a few pounds, but overall you're healthier, right? just saying, and that's part of the process.
Your organs are rejuvenating. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, like when you smoke, whatever your body thinks that you're taking in something, so your metabolism it does something to your metabolism, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop smoking, your body wants more, so you compensate with food, but that's normal. I don't know anybody who hasn't quit smoking that hasn't put on weight.
Yeah, I could see you though. I could see you easily going that direction of health and fitness. I don't think anything, Stu, honestly, that you set your mind to will be an outlandish challenge. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can, whatever it is you say, this is what I'm doing, that's what you're gonna do. Very much like myself, that goes both two ways. If I'm gonna be excellent in something silly, whatever it is I'm doing, I'm gonna be excellent at it. if that makes sense, right? So I'm sure you can feel me. I'll make it look cool as So yeah, so that's why I'm so confident in whatever it is that you latch on to, including barbering. You're gonna take it to the max, right?
I feel like these two salmon ways
Yeah, and as you become Stu of the future, right? Or what the Stu that's on the way, there is no stopping you. You know what I'm saying? Well, you see what I'm saying? Like that Stu is like I'm not gonna allow that Stu to stop me, right? What up, dog? What's happening? So you was in the kitchen, whipping it up. All right, we got cookies. Let's go, man.
Just talking about.
Oh.
I think what I'm getting from that is that you have to have a certain amount of strength and willpower.
Mm-hmm.
You can overcome something like smoking, which they say is more addictive than heroin, right? And drinking. If you can do all that, you can pretty much do anything.
And you did it at the right time. I mean, when I say that, I just say as you're going into something that's going to require a lot of you, it's going to require a new version of you. It's perfect timing.
The timing was actually chronologically perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
I keep telling people, I last week I had a chance to kind of reconnect with a couple of friends of mine that I haven't really hung out with in a few years.
Okay.
And it was like 2 nights in a row that they actually came over to our house. We never have anybody over to the house. It's just me and my girl and the cats.
Yeah,
we
the same way.
Over, we have parties or anything like that.
Once every other year or so.
Come over, we just hang out out back and everything like that, and just talk and catch each other up on what's going on. And I basically told the same story 2 nights in a row. People,
yeah.
How it's just the timeline of when I decided to quit this, and then 22 days later I quit that, and then all the money that I was saving and keeping and stuff like that. So I decided to look back into, because I had looked into you guys before when I was thinking about school before, and then I just decided to look y'all up on social media again, and it just so happened that you were getting ready to graduate last year's cohort, and then right behind that you were getting ready to start enrolling for this year's cohort, and it just ended up being the right kind of time, and I had the right kind of money, and I had the right kind of
and I can't say this enough to all of you. I've seen it happen in my life. I've seen it happen in many of our alumni's lives. When you make a decision to go for something better in your life, things start to domino. You know what I'm saying? And great things start to happen consecutively. It just happens that way, man. And as we know, it also happens the opposite way. If you go in that route, it's like a domino effect in the wrong way. But that's how it's supposed to happen. And as long as you continue to function like that, it's going to continue to happen like that. Hey, bro. But
coyote, step off, and then I haven't looked down and realized that I'm not standing on anything yet. You know what I mean?
Hey,
they'll stand and walk on here until they look down.
I got a story for that, but I got a story for that, man. We'll talk about that another time. But how about you, Laz? We're just talking about like the topic was striving for excellence and like pushing that line forward. You know what I mean? In your life, like what's the next or the next level of standard or the next level of excellence that I'm striving for, type of thing. That's what we're talking about. But anything come to mind for you, Laz?
So were you also asking like on how we felt? So I think for me, if I were to break it down, I think it's happy. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy to get up every day. I actually like waking up because I'm looking forward to coming here, to learning, and there's still more to come.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just overall just excited for everything. Really, I know there's a lot more to come, a lot more learning. But I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, in life, man, shoot, that's a huge win, bro. Being excited to actually get up and pursue the next day. A lot of people, man, they wake up and they, you know what I mean? They can't stand what's about to come the next 24 hours. You know what I mean?
I also mentioned happy because I was getting to that point. I was like, not wanting to get up, but I would hear my alarm, snooze it, and then probably get like another 5 minutes, and then next thing I was like, I didn't even want to walk out the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, like.
Well, I'm glad for you, bro. I'm glad for you because that's a point in life, man. Again, unfortunately, a lot of people never get to because of so many things that are harboring them. You know what I mean, or burdening them, or whatever it might be that keeps their mind from even being able to get to that point. They might actually be in a great situation in comparison to some other people's. I got a partner that would always say when I would see him, what's up with you, bro? Worse than some, better than others. Count my blessings. That was his whole, every time I see him, he would say that. And while the situation may not be perfect, man, you got to believe it can be a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? And so it's even better when you actually can feel like, hey, I'm actually doing something I want to do. I feel good about it. I'm happy to get up and go, because it could be completely different. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to hear that, bro. Chase, what up?
Hey.
Man brought the chocolate chip cookies in. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Asked my grandma to make some for the
Them is from grandma?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I wouldn't bring in once I
thought you made some cookies, man. I'm about to say, oh shoot. Got the Chase chips.
I don't know. Every day, I feel like I got a lot going on, and I'm working towards my goal. And I can actively see all the obstacles in my way, but I don't let it discourage me.
Good.
And I feel like every day is a battle, but like in a good way. Like I wake up every day and I'm like, all right, what's next? What's gonna happen today? How can I be better today?
Yeah.
So it's been happening ever since. I have a similar sort of story to Stu when it comes to this place. Like in 2023, I don't know why. I think I just was like, man, I need to do something. I don't like my job. Maybe I should think about, because my aunt is I guess like a hairdresser. Like she'll cut men's hair too, but she mostly does like processes and stuff for women, and she'll do the shear work. I was like, maybe I should look into that. And your school is the first one that popped up.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't know. And then it just kind of slipped my mind after that. And then one day I woke up with the same like poll again, and I looked it up and I was like, I remember this place. I was like, something's telling me this is where I need to be. This is what I need to do, because there's no way I just wake up, literally woke up one day and decided to do that. It wasn't like something I thought long and hard about. I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna go to barber school now. So.
Well, the cool thing, man, is that when you follow nudges like that, most times, bro, it's going to be to your benefit. I ain't gonna say all the time. I can't do that, but I'm gonna say most times, to be to your benefit. Good stuff, man. Miss Lane, can't leave you out in this topic. You always pushing the line forward.
Okay, what's the question?
Just, when it comes to like pushing yourself to the next level, striving for, for excellence, or just, excellence is a great word, but oftentimes it can be a big word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right.
okay.
For me, it's a matter of right now practicing I'm going to use the word preach. What am I? 47. And I feel like I've lived multiple lives during these 47. So much so I feel like I can retire. But
Miss Lane ready to be done. Hang it up.
and also, I've always felt a call to leadership. One that requires me to use my voice out loud. Like, I can write stuff down. I like to be behind the scenes by nature. I don't like to be in front, which is why we work well together, because I can do the behind the scenes stuff and he has personality. He can be the front. But I feel like there's a piece of my journey that requires me to get over myself and be out front, confident. And I have been battling with myself with this for years now. So for me, it's stopping the internal battle and, as Stu mentioned, walk on the invisible steps or stones. Just do it. Just jump off the cliff and go with consistency.
And I thank you for sharing that, Miss Lane.
My retirement is not. It's going to be made up in real time.
I was just gonna say, because I always see you trying to learn. I always see you trying to learn. I always see you trying to do different things.
Yeah,
so I can't see.
I'm gonna be
She's a definitely a student of life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's a student of life. She constantly, as long as we've been together as adults, she's been a learner. Like, we got so many books at our house, man. I can't wait to give her a house with a full library. You know what I mean? She can put all her books up and stuff, man. She got so many of them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really want that for her sooner than later. But yeah, she'll always. That's her job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, as even for our family, I would say, like, that's a benefit to have someone that's the learner and the researcher and that wants to go out and what's the new thing and bring all that back to the people that don't want to do that. Or, you know what I mean? That's not in their wheelhouse to even go out and do that.
That used to be a job, like being a scholar.
Yeah, that's a profession, right? Yeah. And so I can appreciate that. I want you to continue to do that as much as never stop doing that. But I hear you on the retirement tip. It's so funny. I took my daughter to work the other day. What was that? I guess it had to be Sunday too, huh? Yeah, anyway. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting the car washed, and I'm waiting for it to get done. And I see Mr. Knowles walking down the street. Have you guys met him yet? I told you guys about him though, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so just a recap. He's the honorary mayor of Northeast Portland, right? He's 95 years old. And so he's been an entrepreneur here in Portland since his 20s, I believe, late 20s, early 30s. His wife is like a renowned barber. Like, she was like the first female barber in Portland. She went to Moeller's Barber College when there was a Moeller's Barber College downtown. She was the first, I want to say he said she was the first woman graduate of Moeller Barber College, at least here in Oregon. Her name was Geneva Knowles. They ended up buying this spot over here across the street where I showed you guys the donut, the donut idea. So the building that's right up here, it was originally a Dunkin' Donuts, right? And they bought it in 1985, I think, and turned it into the barbershop. And it was the barbershop all the way up until COVID. Miss Nall, she ended up passing away, I want to say maybe like 2010, 2012. But prior to that, she was like a go-to barber for a long time. She left from behind the chair at some point. But anyway, rest in peace to her. But Mr. Knowles, he was a club owner, nightclubs. He had the only, I think I told you guys this, he had the only cotton club outside of Harlem. There was one, the original one was in Harlem. He had the cotton club here. There was no other cotton club in the country, right? Other than the one here in Portland. All the people, a whole bunch of people that became somebody came through that nightclub. Then he had Paul's and he had Geneva. So he had three nightclubs. And so that was his whole thing. He was an entrepreneur doing that. He had a restaurant at one point. Anyway, a long time figure, here in Northeast Portland forever. And he was also a skier. I got a cold picture. I'm gonna show y'all. But anyway, I'm getting my car washed and I see him walking down the street. And it was just weird because he's on a walker, you know what I'm saying? And he's walking down MLK, further down towards, y'all know where the Washman is at? Yeah, now way down there. And I'm like, what is he doing over here by himself? Walking. And I'm in my mind thinking, I hope he ain't, wandering type thing. And so I go, I'm Mr. Knowles, what's up, man? I'm getting my car washed. What's up with you? He was like, man, somebody told me they got a painting of me over here by Wendy's and I want to go see it. You know what I mean? So he out and about, I'm about to go see this painting. I was like, let me walk with you. So we walking and see, I'll show y'all real quick the painting. Let's see.
Right by the one, it's like Tupac's right there.
Yep, it's across the street though. It's on the Wendy's side. And I'm using this as an example too for this striving for excellence. And I think about a man that could have, and we talk about retirement, and like this is a man that could have stopped a long time ago if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have sat down a long time ago, but he's still at it, man. You know what I mean? Getting up every day, living his life. But this is just.
Picture here in front of the community center, just up the street.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Boys and Girls Club. Yep. He's all over the place. He's on the side of the butcher shop too. They got one. He's up there too. But when we talk about like being respected, leaving a mark, striving for excellence, you know what I mean? Like we had a conversation. So anyway, how it went, he was like, man, we went and did this. I took a couple pictures, did a little video, and I was like, so what you about to get into? He was like, man, I'm about to go hop on the 6 and go home. And I was like, what? I was like, man, I'll take you home. You ain't got to ride the bus. So I ended up taking him home, and he invited me in. And we, he got his house is like a museum. He got all these, pictures, from back in the day. And, and I was just like, man, he started telling me all these different stories. And he was telling me about, the club and how, you had to be dressed a certain way. It was like a dress up club. Like he's like, my type of club wouldn't survive today because nobody wants to get dressed up. He's like, it wouldn't work. But he would, just telling me about all the different people that came through, man. It was a great. I was there for about 45 minutes, almost an hour or so. And he just ran down so much stuff. But anyway, like in order to get, not everybody's going to have paintings and stuff all over, the city. But I think it's just a sign of like when you put your all into whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be remembered in some way, some form or fashion. And if we're striving for excellence, always pushing that line of standard, higher on that line of standard, man, great things can happen. And I just think he's a testament to that. His wife was a testament to that. She actually has a day. They like, as a matter of fact, he told me something that I didn't know. He said she got, the city gave her a day and the state gave her a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I forget, dang, he told me what day it is too. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, they're like a day after each other. You know what I'm saying? One is one day and the next one is the next day. But yeah, man. Yeah, you know what's so funny is that it's crazy that you said that, because I saw it and I was like, man, I ought to get him a new jacket, you know. But that's a classic one. And he always wear oh, this was the video I did, but I wanted to show you a picture of oops. That's mom's, her little patio and her other patio. And anyway, that wasn't what I was looking to show y'all.
Oh, that's what she's talking about, the blackberry bushes.
Yeah, all back there but they on the other side of the fence, and so they be coming through the fence or whatever. Yeah, she does on the sides, but not in the back. I told her she should go ahead and get the back too. Let me stop this real quick just so I can pull up this. Oh, that's what okay, let's see. Y'all don't mind when I be pulling up all these pictures and stuff, do y'all? I be like, man, they probably tired of me showing pictures.
I like the story of the mayor. That's a cool story.
Come on. There we go. So I took this picture. This was Miss Geneva in front. This is downtown Portland. Newberry's used to be downtown, and she was right outside the Barber College. She got her smock on. But yeah, old Cadillac.
Isn't that an Impala 59 or a 60?
I think that's a Cadillac.
Is it a Caddy?
I think so. Is it, or is that a Chevrolet?
That looks like an Impala to me.
Oh, okay, could be. I guess so.
It's a pretty iconic photo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why I could have took a picture of a whole bunch of stuff in the house. But I asked him, I was like, you mind if I take a picture of this one? Because I just think that's classic, man. So like all through the 70s, like she was like the Blazers barbers.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like all the barbers, I mean all the Blazers, they would go to her. To get their hair cut. And all, anybody that was somebody, like she was their barber. And when I say somebody, you know what I mean. Now, he was a skier, bro. He said he had a ski club that he would, people would come in from out of town and they would go up to the what's the name and ski. And then he said they would go to Colorado and ski. But I was like, yo, people wouldn't believe me if I told them, how he had on a yellow outfit with a cowboy hat and was on the slopes, man. You have to see it to believe it, man. And he got the cold shades on too, man.
That's the mayor?
Huh?
That's the mayor?
Yeah, that's him. And I mean, amongst you would, and I tried not to I only took a picture of them two things, but he had pictures of, just all types of stuff and him all over the place. And when he was younger, they was at the club. Him and Muhammad Ali got pictures together. Him and Dr. J, him and a few other people, man. Like, he was that guy.
Famous Blazers and stuff.
Yeah, all of them. Maurice Lucas. I ain't gonna say all of Bill Walton. Yeah, it was during that time. He was a part of that 77. And he always had he said he always had season tickets. He had a bus that he would take people to the game in as well. Like he had his own bus, and he would, when they said they had when they won the championship, he said they threw a party at their club, and it was the biggest, everybody was there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. You're right. Yeah, right. Wouldn't it be lovely when I turn 50 years old, the Blazers win the championship again? I seen some fake stuff on Instagram. They talking about Giannis,
I was seeing that.
and then I seen one. They're talking about Jaylen Brown. I don't know how that would fit, but they're talking about Jaylen Brown too. But anyway, y'all, Miss Lane, that you're talking about the retirement thing, me running into him, just his lifelong, like, you know, efforts. While you may not work in this forever, you'll always have some, you know what I mean, some degree of, like you said, leadership and passing on of knowledge, I believe. I used to tell Miss Lane she's a teacher all the time. I ain't no teacher. You are. You're an educator just as well as, just as much as I am. All right, so let's move on to this, man, and so we can get some work done at some point. All right, y'all. Boom. Start what? Yeah, no. I got the title in, and that was about it. All right, quotes to set the tone. Average is the enemy of excellence. None of us are average. Mr. Lane finally has a quote on here. If you don't set the standard, you end up following someone else's. Yes, Mr. Lane. And everybody else's standard ain't always that great. How you do anything is how you do everything. I really like that one. And that keeps, and that's kind of like the man in the mirror type of quote for me. It makes you think about, okay, how am I handling this particular part of my life? How am I handling this particular part of my life? What can I do better, or what can I congratulate myself on, even potentially for doing good? But yeah, how you do anything is how you do it. It keeps me from like doing my best not to take shorts in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is, let me just go ahead and do this the right way now. Right? It's so many things to do, right? But it helps me try to keep, improving. All right, definition. To rise above the line means to operate with excellence as your standard, not the expectation, not the exception. Excuse me. I'm gonna read that one more time. To rise above the line means to operate with excellence as your standard, not the exception. It's about crossing that invisible line where average ends and greatness begins. I like that a lot. Living above the line means taking ownership, pushing past excuses, staying consistent, and committing to your best work daily. Yes. Excuses can get, they can get loud sometimes. Got to get past them. And what the staying consistent part, guys, and then you guys can tell me, how you feel about this. But every little bit counts. If you can just do a little bit every day, it adds up so much. When I think about consistency, I think about compounding and how, just keep building. I think about that story Will Smith talked about with the wall. You know what I mean? We're not building the wall. We just laying a brick, every day. But yeah, man, how y'all feel about that? Or what experiences, can you say you've had when it comes to like consistency and like the results from it? No matter how small the thing was that you were doing consistently.
I have a bunch of weed I'm doing. Just saying, it's overwhelming how much weed.
Say so, man. This whole time.
I do a little bit each day, and I can see how over time, especially, but if I spray, then I don't come back as much. But sometimes I'll do a little bit, and it'll come back behind me. But
yeah,
I'm getting it all knocked out that way.
Good, man. Yeah, yard work is one of those. Housework for sure, bro. Like a little bit at a time, you will at some point see a difference, right? But you gotta stay consistent at it.
But not that kind of weed.
We got it. Anybody else?
I'll be all right.
Anybody else? I know you be. Oh,
I got one. Sports wise, for soccer, I never played soccer, so I only have about 2 years playing.
oh, really?
Like,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Fully committed playing year round.
Okay.
So 2 years ago, I just joined a soccer team, and that's what kind of got me into soccer.
Okay.
But keep in mind, I didn't know the rules. I didn't know how to kick a soccer ball. I didn't know how to throw in.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know the red or yellow. I didn't know none of that. But I got into it, and from there, I slowly every day just started practicing kicking the ball, and each day was like a little step. Just getting feel of the ball. Different type of balls, getting my touches in, and then till now, I'm scoring on my team. So,
That's what's up.
So,
Yeah, good stuff, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, dang, that's to you to start so late. I ain't gonna say it's so late, but later, right, than most people. Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. That's a challenge in itself. You know what I mean?
It was definitely a struggle.
Yeah, I bet.
I was getting no playing time.
Yeah.
I was bouncing around teams. And then since I wasn't that good, not many teams would pick me. Slowly started getting better, and then Ivan's team, I ended up joining him, and I've stick with him.
Yeah.
And they've seen my progress till now, where I'm actually.
Man, that's so cool, man.
So, yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, you should be, man. Give it up for taking on something new, man. Yeah, that's dope, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be the same way with this barbering thing, man. You know what I mean? Taking on something new and never have done it before. The improvement is gonna come, man.
And that's also what I tried, since I was practicing every day and trying to get different insights and stuff. I apply that same way too.
Man, that's so cool, bro. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Anybody else? I know you be in the gym, man. I'm sure you can see the, consistency works, right?
Yeah. I've been working out since I was 12.
Okay.
Pretty much weight wise.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mailman, I think.
there were definitely a few times when I was younger where I got discouraged and I was like, man, I wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted to. Because I'm 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to look like an adult, but nonetheless, there was a couple times where I wanted to not do it anymore, just because that childish mentality of oh well, what's the point? But I
No immediate results.
Yeah, but I knew deep down I was like, nah, that's not it. I know that it's gonna take a while and stuff like that, so I just kept with it.
Was that an internal knowing, or did somebody tell you that? You know what I'm saying? Did whether it was your mom or your pops or grandparents or something that let you know early on, man, things don't happen overnight.
I think it was being raised that way of hard work and kind of nobody owes you anything, and things don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. It was that principle in my own, in my own self, from being raised that way, was nah, that I can't just stop working out just because whatever reason.
Yeah.
Look how far I've come. A really good thing to do when you feel discouraged is looking back on how far you've come.
Indeed.
Indeed. You're look at my 6 pack. The rest of trouble.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Cool. Thanks y'all for sharing, man. All right, how it applies to life. Oops. In life, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is often a small, consistent stretch, right? A stretch of time that you actually put in the work in. Most people operate below the line, doing just enough to get by, blaming circumstances and avoiding growth. But those who rise above the line own their mindset. They own it, their moves and their mission. Can't nobody do it. Can't nobody think it. Can't nobody create that mission but you. Those are ones that stand out. They lead. They create their own lane. Yes. Come on now. Where my pen at? Is that? I know that ain't it. Oh, there we go. All right. How it applies to being a student, barber student. As a barber student, staying below the line looks like showing up late, rushing through cuts, ignoring feedback, just doing what's required. That's staying below the line. But the ones who rise above the line, they study even when they're tired. They ask questions and seek feedback, take pride in every single detail, push to be excellent on and off the floor. You're not just learning to cut, you're learning to lead. The standards you set now become the foundation of your entire career. I agree. How it applies to being a professional barber and entrepreneur. In the real world, the line is clearer than ever. Below the line equals replaceable, inconsistent, and forgotten. Above the line, respected, referred, and remembered. Yes, I can agree. Come on now. Goodness. Where's my pen at?
Where's your pen?
Hopefully it didn't make it home. What's going on, man? Sorry, y'all. Okay. 10 principles of living above the line. Do more than expected. Don't aim to meet the standard, set it. Follow through every time. Never leave a task or a client hanging. Stay passionate. Passion fuels persistence. Stay coachable. The best never stop learning. Focus deeply. Multitasking is a myth. Lock in. Why you laugh at that, Ms. Lane?
Because my DNA report said I am a good multitasker.
Oh, did it?
It's genetic.
Oh. Okay. Have you been reading like the little updates they've been giving? They've been sending emails like little update type things. All right. Plan and execute. Know your moves before the day starts. I think that's huge. Surround yourself with excellence. Energy is contagious. Choose wisely who you surround yourself with. Speak life, not excuses. How you talk reflects how you think. Indeed. Own your results. No blame, no denial, just growth. What can I do better next time? Build discipline daily. Greatness is built, not wished for. I think that's huge. Okay. Summary. Why living above the line pays off. You gain respect. You attract better opportunities. You build a lasting reputation. You stand out without shouting. I think that's huge. You grow faster than the crowd. I think that's huge as well. And then my good old Martin reference, you got to elevate, Gina. The average won't cut it. Step your game up, sharpen your mindset, and rise above the line. And again, that line, we just go call that the average line, right? We can stand on the average line, or we can move past it. All right, man. And y'all all champions, man. So we ain't got to worry about that. And if it ever crosses your mind, know that, hey, I'm not standing on that line. All right. Cool, man. So Miss Lane,